Hey, Eurovision fam, it's Alesia Michelle. Semifinal 2 is done. It's a wrap. I don't know. How are you feeling? I am actually feeling pretty good about semifinal 2. I'm not really that upset at all. I guess I was semi prepared for what we had happen tonight. I think the only real shocker was the fact that Romania ended up not qualifying. I think that was kind of the only shocker for the evening. But again, I think it was something that we knew was possible. I did have faith that Romania would qualify, but then it didn't. So I don't know. I'm feeling pretty decent about what happened tonight. You can tell me how you're feeling. You can drop down in the chat. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm just feeling pretty good. All in all, I will say though that as strong as semifinal 2 felt, as strong as I thought semifinal 2 was, as the semi began, I'm not gonna lie, who else was feeling kind of bored? Well, I don't want to say bored, but I guess I was just thinking that we were gonna hop right into it and like get into the show. And I felt like we had sort of a slow build, a slow start. Um, but also, I'm not alone, so I don't want to dominate. And Daffo is here. Let's bring that over so then we can set it down on the yeah. And so we can talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, Robin Reiki is asking, what do you feel about Armenia not making it? Well, do you want to kick that off, Daffo?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that she gave it all in the rehearsals, and then like yesterday she killed that note, but today her vocals really, I don't know if she was tired or nervous or whatever, but she just really didn't give it her best. And I mean, that's kind of what happens, but
I don't even know if it was that she didn't give it her best. I think she gave it her best that she could give after she gave all of her vocal in the rehearsals. I mean,
that too.
That was literally the worst I have ever heard her sing that song.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, Denmark took Armenia's spot. Well, it's really hard for someone else to take your spot when you are giving your weakest vocal performance ever. I mean, and I knew this song would always struggle. I said from jump that I felt like Armenia would struggle. But the other reason why I thought it would struggle is just because there is that pressure of you have to be able to hit those notes.
Yeah.
You have to hit those notes. And I think she just overdid her vocal in the rehearsals, not even in the jury show. I'm just talking rehearsals in general. And you don't need to do all of that in rehearsals. You need to show up at the jury show and you need to show up at the live show.
Neck wrapped.
And she did, and she just did too much, I think, in the dress rehearsals and just wasted her vocal. Marcus says Armenia had technical issues and just very simple staging, which wasn't good for such a unique song. What technical issues are making it so you can't hit your notes? That's an excuse. Don't listen to them. They're lying to you. She wasted her vocal in the rehearsals. And it's really unfortunate because Armenia definitely had a very strong song, and Serbuk was definitely one of the strongest vocalists we had. Unfortunately, I think her voice was tired.
Yeah.
Dr. Kororo said, I would have liked Romania over Denmark. Absolutely, without a doubt. Absolutely. Without a doubt. I do think that Romania gave us a show. I mean, I don't know if you want to go down your notes. I guess we can go down quickly with just what happened so we can go down through our notes. So Marcus said, when I meant technical issues, I meant that when they showed the camera shots from the rehearsals. Yeah, I mean, but again, I think where Armenia fell down today, this evening, was with the vocal. So I guess we've talked enough about Armenia. So let's move on to Ireland. Honestly, I thought that Ireland looked cute, but I did feel like vocally something was up, even though she didn't hit any bum notes.
Yeah, it was just not enough energy. I don't know. The beginning was not enough energy. I'm like, let's go. This is it, almost.
Yeah. Let's move on to Moldova. Anna, another singer who we've heard sound so good. And I think that this was her weakest vocal performance that I've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, look, Moldova had one of the most dated songs
Yeah.
of this year, probably one of the worst songs.
But she's definitely
of the
sung
year.
it better than
But she
tonight.
sung it
with
better.
More oomph,
Exactly.
more feeling.
No, she gave it
Yeah.
away. Something was just not.
I think everybody was nervous, or a lot of
She
people were
was- she
nervous
seemed
tonight.
nervous.
I mean, rightfully so. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I perform. I get nervous. I'm empathetic, you know, but you gotta push it out. Look at her. She like, what? They're
No.
professionals.
I mean,
They
look,
can do it.
I think that they were nervous, but
Yeah,
I also think that a lot of people gave too much in the rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't need to, because it doesn't matter. What
Yeah.
matters is that jury show and tonight,
Yeah.
the semifinal. All right, let's go to Switzerland. Hello, Switzerland woke me up.
They did.
I
Yeah,
almost
he did.
wish that they kicked off the show, because
It was a snoozer. Like, what's happening, guys?
and it was like, thank God when
Yeah.
Switzerland came on. Thank God.
Shout out.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I don't even have anything else to say about Switzerland. Let's move on to Latvia. I was bored, so you can talk about it. I was bored. I just was like, when is this going to be over?
The vocals were lovely, as they always are. It sounded good. It was just dry.
Well, hold on.
That's
Kate
all.
Rosen says Moldova was robbed tonight. She was better than Malta or Denmark.
Oh.
I don't even like Denmark's song, and
Oh.
no. I don't even like Denmark's song, and Moldova was not robbed. They were not robbed. Okay, let's move on to Romania. Again, I mean, we kind of already talked about Romania. Romania woke me up.
Yeah.
Esther didn't hit any bum notes.
Nope.
I do think that Romania probably ended up coming like 11th.
Probably.
And I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if actually it wasn't Denmark, but it might have been Albania
Mm-hmm.
or North Macedonia. That might have been, well, maybe North Macedonia was higher, but I think Albania could have maybe taken, like Albania might have been 10th position and then Romania was 11th.
Yeah.
I could have seen that happening.
Yeah, the vocals were strong. That staging was awesome. I like the choreographer. Shout out to the choreographer, the dancers. You did that. I like that.
Yeah.
But
Romania was good.
yeah,
Romania was good.
It was.
This is the thing. With semifinal 2, we knew a good song was going to be left behind.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I didn't think it was going to be Romania's. But I'm not that upset about it. I could be more upset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Denmark. I mean, y'all know Denmark's a no for me. And in the jury show, she actually had improved. I think she was better interacting with the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that she was nervous tonight.
More nerves tonight.
She was more nervous tonight than she was yesterday. And so there were moments where she looked a little awkward and then like stiff.
Right.
Look, I wouldn't have had this in my final, but I understand that a lot of people like Denmark's song. So I always thought that it was going to be there. So now it's there. Chantal says, Alesia, I realize that all the participants that you interviewed from both semifinals qualified. You truly are a good luck charm. Now, look, I just want to say, I reached out to a lot of people, but not one person I reached out to other than Portugal. Didn't qualify. So everyone I reached out to did qualify except for Portugal. And Portugal should have qualified. So, but we're not going to talk about that because tonight was good and I don't want to go there.
Don't bring up old stuff.
Okay.
Stop bringing up old stuff.
Let's talk about us. Well, do you have any thoughts on Denmark?
No. Go on.
Yeah. Let's talk about Sweden. You could talk about it first.
Sweden. All right. I mean, I think one of the background singers was a little sharp or flat. What was it? What did we determine? It was a little sharp.
Somebody was sharp.
Somebody was sharp in there. What's his name?
No, not John.
Not John.
No, but
somebody else.
It happened.
It did.
It happened. It was
I was like, wait, what? Who's that? Who's doing that? Stop that.
Yeah, something was off.
Yeah, but congrats, you made it.
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts on Sweden? Because you really like this song.
It's like a guilty pleasure of mine because, like, it's like a little dated and all that. Got the choir, but I'm a sucker for a choir. We was bumping it. Well, I was bumping it earlier, on the speaker. So I like the song. It makes me move. I like singing along to it, and that modulation is my jam. And we'll see what happens in the finals.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I think Sweden's entry is very safe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, really. It's like probably one of the most inoffensive entries this year. But because of that, I just am naturally a little bit more like, man, I just wish it was something a little bit more risky about it. But then again, I mean, if you're in a competition that doesn't really seem to reward risk, RIP Portugal, then what are you going to do? Okay, moving on. Austria. I'm not going to lie. The song is not bad. That's the iffy part about Austria. Austria has one of the most current. The song is current. The song is fresh. I think that it is. It's current. It's fresh. It's mainstream. I think there's an execution issue. First of all, they could have just recreated the music video, which they didn't do, and I don't know why. Also, she was not styled at all. I think she picked up that outfit from, I want to say H&M, but I don't even think H&M carries those items this season, this year. And then I felt like she was about to cry, but then we didn't get the tear. Mm-hmm. So you could tell in her voice that she was like about to cry, but then we didn't get the tear. So then you just sound off.
Like, well, where's the cry? So I can excuse that.
Excuse the
shakiness, because I'm like, oh, she's feeling it. She about to cry. God bless, cry.
DLL said, Alesia, I'm sorry. Let's be real. She sang so off key today. My ears hurt. She wasn't really off key, but I think we told you this in the jury show. The vocal choices that she decided to do, I mean, it's like sometimes I just wonder, who are these people in the delegations and why has no one hired me yet? Or just given me a phone call. Just so someone could be realistic and honest with these people about, like, don't do that. Like, let's not do that. And it's just as simple as, like, you sounded good, because all the times that she sang at the pre-party, it was actually
her vocals got better as the song progressed in tonight's performance, I believe.
It did, and then we did that horrible vocal choice at the bridge. Yeah. It's not that right. Oh, it's not terrible.
How did it sound?
It's not that right. Jesus Christ. It was not good. It was not good, but somebody should have told her that, and nobody wanted to tell her that. And someone said Austria was off key. No, they did start off key. That's what we're saying.
Because we thought she was gonna cry.
Because we thought she was gonna cry. And then we didn't get a tear. But you know what? I didn't want Austria in the final anyway, so whatever. Let's move on to Croatia. I thought they had really great graphics.
Yes.
I thought the graphics were very good, but that song had absolutely no business being in the final, and so thank God it's not there. What are your thoughts on Croatia?
I wrote down, dig the staging, epic.
ESC Romania is hurting right now. Yeah, I know. Daniel Marino said Austria sounded like a pig in a slaughter. Actually, but low-key, actually. Sorry.
I thought the crowd
was the vocal. We thought, look, I'm about to try and put this light on just so maybe. This is looking a little dark. Okay, I don't know.
Oh, love from Chicago. Okay, Zach. Don't get me to reading these. I'm just, just trying to keep them warm while you out here,
Well, you can read the comments.
Yes, Alesia is a savage. That is true. She's sitting over here chuckling. You see me, right?
Okay. Hey, Kansas in the building, Jordan. Yeah, Okay, let's move on down the list. So yeah, Croatia. I mean, do you have any other thoughts on Croatia?
No. Go on.
Okay, cool.
Let's move.
Malta woke us back up.
Yo,
she was so good.
She was great.
I thought I legit felt like a big sister.
You did that.
I was like,
yo, we was biting nails at the end, like, yo.
Because I mean, this is the thing. We had some seasoned performers up there, some older performers that seemed to be visibly nervous. And, Michaela is young. She's fresh.
Held her own, man.
And was just on that stage serving and selling.
Held her own.
Serving and selling. It was cute. Malta was amazing.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain to Jacqueline, because she's new to this whole Eurovision thing. I'm like, look, Malta might not qualify just based off the fact that Malta sometimes has difficulty qualifying. It's a small country. But I was like, I don't know what I will do if Malta don't qualify, because Boo Boo was singing. It was good. It was popping. Craig Packer said announcing Malta last was child abuse. Low-key. We could have announced like Russia or, you know.
They didn't have to do it like that.
They didn't have to
do it like that.
They didn't have to, because real talk, Malta, because the thing is, it's so realistic for Malta to have not qualified. It's a realistic thing, because Malta has had good songs that have not qualified. But she was good. Hey, Joshua from the UK.
Hey, UK.
Clashy said Malta wasn't great on TV, lacked energy. We saw it on TV. It was great.
Sure
It woke me up.
I was like, yes.
Because I'll tell you, I was bored at Croatia. I was bored at Austria. And low-key, Sweden was kind of boring to me. But I saw Melfest. So not saying that the performance was boring, but like I've seen it so many times at this point. So it's sort of boring. And I mean, obviously Denmark, I was bored through. So that was a whole chunk of songs that I just was like, I need to wake up. And Malta came through and woke me up. Okay, let's move on to Lithuania.
Come on, man.
I'm throwing it to you. What do you have to say?
Damn, hold on, man. Hold on.
Well, while you're sorting out your opinions
do that.
On Lithuania, Sortiri says Malta's staging disappointed me. It was all over the place. Yes, it was fresh, but it gave a junior ESC vibe to me. So glad she didn't go through. Well, Malta probably did go through. I think Malta probably was like top 5 for this semi. I think the people who were struggling were the Denmarks. I actually think the Albanias might have been struggling a little bit. I think, and maybe even the Norways a little bit, even though I love that song. And I wouldn't be surprised if North Macedonia had a little bit of a hard time. I don't think that Malta was struggling by any means. Malta was serving. Okay. Yeah. What do you think of Lithuania? Okay, yeah, Lithuania. All I wrote next to it was no.
I didn't write any notes on
all I wrote on Lithuania was no, because obviously it had no business being in the final.
Are we moving?
Absolutely not. Huh?
Are we moving? Look, we're moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was spooky.
That was kind of creepy. I was like, whoa.
Still moving.
Anyway, so yeah, no, I thought Lithuania had no business being in the final, so who cares?
Savage.
That's not even savage. It's just real. Someone's like, "Are you live in Tel Aviv?" Of course. Oh, Bruno, Russia's gonna be in the first half. Who cares? Russia's not winning this year. Well, Russia shouldn't win this year. That's what I should say. Russia shouldn't win this year, and that's that. And it's cool. Okay, let's just talk about Russia. How do you feel about Russia? Because you had positive things to say about Russia. You were positive about Russia. So
I mean,
let's get into it.
Yeah. His vocal was good. He was pretty solid throughout. You mentioned on staging, like maybe like some tighter shots and things so the effects can be better. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't one of my favorite songs to start. It's still not one of my favorite songs at all, but I think he did a good job. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, Russia's, so someone says, let's talk about it. So Pablo says, Russia vocally was amazing. Those last notes on point. Yeah, I mean, he sung it well. That song is just not for me. So, it's cool. And I thought that the staging would elevate it to a point where I would maybe feel a little bit better, but the staging is not really enough. And mostly if they had kept the camera angles tighter, I think that would have been better. I think Russia needed those camera angles to be tight, because I think we lose some of the effects with it being shot so wide. Locky says Russia was cringe to me at times. Sorry. Don't be sorry, because I don't think you're in the minority. So don't be sorry. Alvin said, do you see Australia winning this year? I think it's possible. I think that the Netherlands is still really, really tight. Well, let's just move on to Albania. I honestly just wanted Albania in the final. I did think Janita was a little bit off tonight, but she was not off in the jury show. And so that, that matters. Hanan says, Alesia, statistically in the last 3 years, the winner was announced 5th in the semi. Do you think that we're looking at Russia winning? I kind of hope not. Just because y'all know I'm just not really into that song. So if I'm not really into the song, it's going to be a challenge for me to be happy if they win, if I don't like the song.
True.
Facts. So, what did you think of Albania?
Yeah, like I think she can do better. But I think she still did a good job considering the difficulty of the damn song. Like,
this is actually a challenging song. That's the other thing we have to say.
Yeah, this song is hella difficult. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, come bring it at the finals. You know what I mean? But I know she can do it. Yeah, and I've seen her do it, heard her do it. So, but it's a challenging ass song.
Tez North says Albania will win this year. Okay. This is real. We're not dreaming. This is reality. As much as I love the song, I mean, Albania is not winning. It's just not. Okay, wait. Alvin Cohn says, what are your thoughts of the Slovenian couple's inappropriate behavior during the press conference? Would it hurt their ranking? I'm not aware of this inappropriate stuff, so if y'all want to describe what they did in the comments, that would be helpful. ESC Lad says Albania qualified because people recognize her voice. I don't know about that. I actually think the song is really good. Y'all know that Albania is one of my favorite songs. I think Albania is in my top 15. I shared that information with you. I love this song. It gives me the chills every time I listen to it. I think it's strong. I think Janita is also an amazing, charismatic performer. And again, although I felt like she was a little off tonight, she was not off in the jury show. I don't think that she will be off in the grand final. And there is something about this song that I just find really mesmerizing. So I'm a fan. Let's talk about Norway. I'm happy that they qualified. I really could not see this not qualifying. Yeah. I know a lot of people thought that Norway wouldn't qualify. I just never have been one of those people. They can sing. They've never hit a bum note.
Nope. And the new
stuff
is doing new. No.
They've never ever hit a bum note.
Well, I mean, tonight, what is it, the Jokler?
Oh, Fabio says Zala fell asleep often during the press conference, and Gasper commented the question they got about whether their place in the final lineup was important were boring.
Sleep.
Well, I mean,
was they lit?
Do y'all realize it's like mad late here? And they've been like rehearsing and having to wake up super early, so I'm not mad at anybody falling asleep because, like,
I can go to sleep right now.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's tough. And honestly, sometimes the questions that people do ask in the press, and I mean, mind you, because there are times like when I'm there and I raise my hand and then someone else gets picked on and they ask some basic generic question that is like, they have already been asked this, like, ugh. So, I mean, I could vibe to that. So I don't know if they were really being rude. So I can't really speak to that. But yeah.
No way. The Jokler.
So we're Joker.
The Joker just has to push a little harder because the fella and the lady, those two, so it's 3 of us. Fella, lady, Joker. Fella, lady, always on point. Joker, come on with it, man. You got to bring it. Push, my man. You got to push. But you're doing all right. But you just gonna have to push for the final, man, because they're up here. They shining. They clean, crisp every time.
Yeah. So wait, someone said, Alvin, but other participants were tired too, but we're professional in handling the questions. But whatever. I guess I don't care. I guess my response is I don't really care. I think that these people are up really, really late. I think the hours are crazy. I also think that we have to keep in mind that Zala and Gasper are younger. And they're not as seasoned professionals as some of these other folks are. And I'm not going to lie, some of the questions that some of the press people ask are boring or are questions that they've been asked like 5 times, not more than 5 times. So I can't really get into that. All right, let's move on to the Netherlands. How'd you feel about the Netherlands?
I wrote a lovely vocal, visceral. Made me feel,
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
About the Netherlands?
I thought the Netherlands was great. I think the Netherlands could still win. What else is there to say? Yeah, the Netherlands I thought was really great. Oh, they said Duncan will perform in the first half. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Trailer says the only threat for the Netherlands is Russia and Australia, maybe Sweden if the juries do their work. Okay. Onyx Topaz said, Alesia, Australia is second in the odds. Look, I've been saying that Australia. I mean, look, it's like I love when people sometimes get into my comments and are just like, oh, your predictions are so off and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, from the first semi, even my predictions weren't really that off. And then today I was 9 out of 10. And really the only thing that I missed was Romania qualifying. And real talk, I thought that our cusp people like Albania and North Macedonia will kind of be fighting it out for maybe Denmark's position. But I think, really Romania was more on the fence, and that's fine. And look, I've been telling y'all that Australia was fired, but y'all was all still stuck in your feelings over 2000 and whatever, which I'm telling you wouldn't have been second in the odds right now. I'm telling you that right now. 2000 and whatever would not be number 2 in the odds right now. Pill, mouth, swallow. It's real. Okay, North Macedonia.
North Macedonia. Yes, and yes. Yes, you did that. I like how you started. I just like the dynamics of the song, your vocal dynamics. And you start out chill, girl, and you like, girl. And I was like, girl, you sing that song. Did it. I'm so glad you're in there.
Yeah, North Macedonia. Y'all know that I really wanted North Macedonia in the final. That. And I was so nervous that we would have had some other songs in there and not North Macedonia.
Did it.
I am so happy.
Tomorrow.
I'm so happy that North Macedonia is in the final.
Yeah.
I really was nervous that it wouldn't happen, and I'm just so happy that it was there. Duarte says 2000 or whatever, amazing song. Yeah, it's a great song, but it wouldn't be second in the odds. It wouldn't. Point blank. So Hugo asked, what are your feelings about Portugal? I've got like a couple of videos on that you could watch. Clashy, best vocals of the night. Who do you think had the best vocals of the night?
Oh. Tamara is one of them. Who else?
I'll say, I think.
Who do you think? Tamara's first.
Look. I think I'm just going through my list. Best vocals.
Yeah.
I think that, John Lundvik was on point. I'll give him that. Rocco was singing, but crap song. Mm-hmm. Michaela was singing today.
Yeah, she was.
Michaela was singing today.
She was.
Lithuania, his vocal was a little lazy today. Mm-hmm. Russia's vocals were on point today. Norway, Alexandra's vocals were on point as per usual. Duncan was good today to me too. Not his best vocal performance, but good enough. Mm-hmm. And Tamara was good, and Chingiz from Azerbaijan. So let's talk about Chingiz from Azerbaijan. How did you feel about it?
I loved it. I loved each and every minute of it. I loved that. His, shut up about it. I like that heart. I like that ascension, and the new ethnic hummings.
Oh,
the new ad-libs are awesome. And that note he hit at the end, and he just sustained that thing so lovely. Shout out, man.
Azerbaijan is just elevating. They really already had a strong song.
Shit rocks.
They already had a strong song, even though a lot of the fandom was sleeping on it. A lot of the fandom was sleeping on it, but the song was already strong, and they're just delivering. Someone's like Janita's vocal. Well, it was off today. It was off today. But it wasn't yesterday. So that's the jury show. So that, really, that's what counted. Okay. I mean, okay, let's get into it. Y'all got some questions right quick because we're about to go out and party because I'm feeling really good about this semi. Tonight was a nice night. Tonight was a great night to me. I'm not mad at all. Yeah. Yeah. Pablo, Alesia, who's gonna win? I tweeted about it. Australia, France, Netherlands, Italy's still in the mix, but the juries love to play the mess out of Italy. I would not even be surprised to see some jury scores where Italy is number 7 and 8. Like just foolishness, like just outright trash. What else? Oop, oop. Israel, is there a chance to be top 10? No. Eduardo, Alesia, please interview Duncan. I won't. They don't have any other slots for him, so I won't be. James Miller, who's the dark horse for the final? I mean, in theory, Australia would have been. I did a whole video on dark horses. At this point, I don't know if anyone would really be that dark. I think it's pretty clear who's duking it out for the top. What else? Dark horse Albania? No. To win? No. Someone said Greece is the dark horse. I don't think that Greece is that dark. I think it's a pretty good song. And I mean, I think Greece has been, kind of in the top 10 for the bulk of the Eurovision season. So I wouldn't call that a dark horse. Someone said, how tall is Tamara? Well, she can't be that much tall because she wasn't that much taller than me. And I think she had flats on. So maybe she's like 5'7".
Maybe 5'8".
5'8",
Yeah.
5'7".
8, 9.
Yeah. Someone said Iceland is a dark horse. Here's the thing about Iceland. Y'all, if Portugal didn't make the final and AWS got treated the way they got treated by the juries last year, y'all feeling confident like Iceland could win? Because I'm not. It's seeming like generic and dated and safe is kind of coming through and winning this year, and the risky entries are not really winning that much. Can you read some?
Strong with Teleboat. They said
Wait,
Iceland will be super strong with Teleboat.
Yeah, Teleboat, but you can't just be super strong with Teleboat. Because remember, Poland did that in 2016, and the juries blanked on it, and that didn't make it win them,
Were you disappointed that Switzerland qualified?
No. Switzerland should be in the final. Easy.
Said Azerbaijan is the dark horse.
It can't really be a dark horse right now, though, because I think it's top 5 in the betting odds. So Azerbaijan can't really be a dark horse at this point. Someone was like, nobody expected Lordi to win in 2006. That was 2006. That was a minute ago. That was over 10 years ago. Okay. Well, I feel like tonight was great. What do you think? Talk to us in the comments below. Do you agree? Talk to us in the comments below. Do you disagree? Talk to us in the comments below. This is a conversation, and you know it. I am so excited for this grand final. It's all going down. Also, don't forget, I'm going to be going live tomorrow afternoon. If you are in Tel Aviv, come through to the Abraham Hostel. We're going to be going live together. So then you don't have to be like in my chat box. You can be in person asking these questions and being featured on a live stream. I mean, like, wouldn't you want to do that if you were in Israel?
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean, come through. All right, you know what? I am so excited for Eurovision 2019. Bye, y'all.